I mean, as we start to look at transitions, energy and optimism and passion are three words that we've used a lot around here. And as we look to make a leadership change, those things are certainly part of the culture that's driven this place. And two words that we've used a lot here also as we look to change are, what's next? And certainly as we ask that question today, and as we introduce Laura, and we start to think about the challenges that are ahead of us as a member of the Minnesota State College's university system, I can tell you that my perspective of what's next is very positive. Our Chancellor, Dr. Steve Rosenstone, has identified a direction that we're moving under something called Charting the Future. And I don't think we've ever had a lay of the land so distinct in terms of some of the things that we need to do to make sure that we're ready for the kinds of things that are happening in our community.
Well, thank you, Kevin. It's great to be here. When I was here in the fall, I got to tell you, everybody was pretty quiet. Everybody was pretty nervous. I said, it's going to be okay. Well, it's a little better than okay. I think it's great. It's really great. I want to first begin by thanking Kevin. I promised him I'd try not to say anything nice about him today, and he assured me if I said something nice about him, nobody would believe it anyhow. But let me give it a try. His service to this college, his service to this community, has been nothing short of spectacular. This institution is so much stronger as a result of the years that he has served as president. Its enrollments have grown. You kind of drive in and you trip over the spectacular dormitory that the foundation put up to allow us to serve people from across the region. Academic programs, particularly the technical programs, are among the best in the nation. And Alex Tech has that recognition as being one of the best technical colleges in the nation. Its collaboration and partnership with business and industry is second to none. And that's what makes this college so strong. It's clarity about who it's serving. It's serving students, it's serving the community, it's serving our business and industry partners. And that's in no small part as a result of the leadership of Kevin Kapishke. And so join me first in saying thank you, Kevin, for your remarkable service. The success we want for our students or the success for communities without great presidents. Kevin's been that kind of president, and I promise you we get that kind of president for Alex Tech. So we began the search process, you'll remember, with me listening. You helped me understand the particular needs of this college. You helped me understand the needs of this community. You helped me be clear about the kind of attributes that were most important to you in this next president. And you also made it clear that this is not like any other college. We need to get the right president for this community and for the college. I ended the process by also listening. And I thank every one of you who met with the candidates when they were here, and most importantly, for giving me the very candid and direct feedback you did, which I hope you heard last Wednesday was a crucial part of my deliberations. You helped me, through your eyes, see the strengths of the candidates, understand the fit, and you help us bring the right recommendation to the board. So I'm grateful for your counsel on the points of pride that you shared with me, grateful for your counsel on the challenges that the college is facing and the community is facing, grateful for your counsel about the attributes you saw all present in Laura Urban. We all took this process very seriously, and the board took this process very seriously as well. Laura Urban's going to be a great president, an absolutely great president, and a great academic leader for Alex Tech and for this community. And my hope is that she has a run that's at least as productive and as successful and exciting as the Kapishke years at Alex Tech. I'm going to call upon Dawn Erlis in just a moment to make the formal introduction of Laura Urban. I also want to welcome her husband who's here today, Lily Herring, for joining us as well. But before I do that, I want to give a particular call out to Sherry Maloney, and to members of the Search Advisory Committee who played an absolutely critical role in this process. Don Erlinson.
A couple other things I'll note about myself, because people often wonder who are we. There are 15 of us that serve on the Board of Trustees, and we're appointed by various governors depending who's serving at the time. So we're a great eclectic group. I grew up in southeastern Minnesota, so the other corner of the state near Rochester, in a town called Casson. You might know it. It's smaller than Alexandria quite a bit. And like so many of our students in the state university and college system, I was the first in my extended family to go to a college. And so we present great opportunities for people to better themselves, which is why it's such an honor to serve on the Board of Trustees. And I am delighted to be here representing the board as we present President Laura Urban to the Alexandria Tech community. And again, before I do that, on behalf of the entire board, I want to thank President Kopishki for his service, his decade of service to Alexandria. Dr. Laura Urban received her doctorate in education from Capella University, her master's degree in college student personnel administration from Colorado State University, and bachelor's degree in business administration from Northland College in Wisconsin. Dr. Urban is currently provost and vice president for academic affairs at Gateway Community and Technical College in Florence, Kentucky, a position she has held since 2010. As provost and academic vice president, Dr. Urban led the implementation of the Gateway Regional Academy, providing college courses to 18 K-12 school districts, private schools, and homeschooled students. She worked closely with faculty members to rewrite faculty senate bylaws, resulting in an improved shared governance model. And she implemented the college's academic program review process to improve programs, and is currently working with the faculty and 2 architectural firms in the design and construction of the new urban campus, which we joke is being named after her. That campus includes renovating 8 existing structures. So it is my pleasure to present to you the President-elect of Alexandria Technical and Community College, Dr. Laura Urban.
Thank you all for being here. What a crowd. And I'm going to keep my remarks very short this morning because I know that there's refreshments and there's socializing, and far be it for me to get in the way of that. Also, I just wanted to tell you that, when I was here on campus in early February, and I mentioned to several of you that my husband and I really enjoy winter. This is taking it just a little far. I woke up this morning to a nice gentle snowfall and I went, oh, that's right, it's Minnesota. So a little different from northern Kentucky, but growing up in northern Wisconsin, I know that sometimes spring and summer doesn't come till June. So anyway, I am just absolutely thrilled to be here. I am so looking forward to coming to Alexandria and to Alex Tech in the very, very near future, and I know the next couple of months are going to go very fast for Kevin, his staff, and myself. And so you'll be seeing me a few times between now and July as I work with Kevin and the leadership team here to make a transition, because the goal is certainly to make sure that we have a smooth transition and we start the year off right without any bumps and humps along the way. So you will be seeing me around campus a few times between now and July. I just wanted to also just take a few minutes to thank a couple of folks here because those folks who I'm going to thank are not only made it possible for me to be here, but are really the reason why I'm here. First of all, I do want to thank the Chancellor. Chancellor Rosenstone believed in me and forwarded my name, recommendation to the Board of Trustees. And for that, I'm very appreciative. I'm glad that he saw in me the opportunity or the person that could lead this institution as its next president. I would also like to thank our Board of Trustee member, Dawn Erlinson, because she represents the board. She was also on the group of trustees, I should say the trustees, that were in on part of my interview process. And it was just a pleasure to meet her and thank you. Please convey my thanks to the rest of the group. Thank you. I also want to thank, as some of you have heard, the search committee, and a number of you are here. I see a number of familiar faces here already, and you did a lot of the lion's share of the work in making sure that I'm standing here today. I also want to really say it was great to see students on that group. That's not always the case, and I was really appreciative that students probably missed classes to come to Minneapolis to interview candidates. I also wanted to thank a couple of the community members that were on that search committee. I know Lynette is here. I saw Lynette and chatted with her. The fact that you were willing to give up work days to come down and do something as important as selecting a president speaks very, very well of this community. That was one of the things that really impressed me, is the community support that's here. I also want to thank all of you that were here the day that I was on campus. Students, faculty, staff. It was a long day with a lot of forums, but it was fun, it was exciting. And I know that you didn't get to spend a lot of time with me that day, but I really could sense that there was something very, very special here, and which is why I was so interested in coming here and following up with the rest of the search process. I also see Jason and Connie, and they were kind enough to take me around the community and show me what Alexandria is really like, and I appreciate the time. It was also fun to do the community reception, and I met Owen again, and he was there at the reception with the community, and I can tell you that the community members think the world of this institution, and there's truly a tremendous amount of support here. So those were some of the thank yous I needed to get done, but I have one last thank you that I really need to do. And the Chancellor mentioned that my husband is here, and he's going to turn 50 shades of red, I'm sure. He's in the back room back there. And his name is Lily Heron. Yes, you heard it here. It is not Larry, it is Lily. There's a story behind that, obviously, which we'll talk about at a later date. But this gentleman has been with me through thick and thin for over 30 years, and I would not be standing here today if it were not for him. We're a dual career couple, so we've kind of had to move and sacrifice for each other's career, and he has generously sacrificed to come with me to Alexandria, although he's a country boy and he really likes being in this kind of area. And so again, without his support, I simply would not be here today. So again, thank you, dear. I appreciate all your support. So I am looking so forward to being here, and I know that we are going to do some great things. Kevin certainly is. I mean, I have some awfully big shoes to fill, and I'm going to do my best to fill into that. What size do you wear? But anyway, that's we have some challenging times ahead of us. But I know, based on what I've seen and I've heard in the community and here on campus, that we're going to meet those challenges, and we're not only going to survive, we're going to thrive as an institution and as a community. So again, thank you so much for being here.
Well, I think we saw a little passion, a little energy, a little optimism there, didn't we?
Yes.
You know, it's what a great choice, and Laura, you're just going to do a fantastic job here, and things are going to move along well. That really concludes what we had this morning. Obviously, we've got some coffee and some things here, and if you would like, they're going to be here all day. Not that we're going to stay here all day, but we're certainly encouraging you to stay around for a little bit, make some introductions, and have some conversation.